Hello, good morning students. Welcome you all again to English literature class. Today we'll proceed further with our new chapter 8, Childhood Memories, that is written by Nelson Mandela. So in the last part we have learned that Nelson Mandela learned a lesson from that donkey incident. What was the donkey incident? As he was playing with his childhood friends and all the boys were riding the donkey one after another. When Nelson Mandela turn came, he also jumped on the donkey, but the donkey suddenly got frightened and ran into a thorny bush and threw Nelson Mandela on that thorny bush only, and Nelson Mandela got badly injured. He had a lot of scratches on his face, and seeing that, his friends started laughing at him and he was badly hurt. His feeling was destroyed, and from that incident, from that time, he learned not to humiliate anybody, and from that time only, he never humiliated anybody in his whole life, because he knew well that if you humiliate anybody, you are unnecessarily being very cruel and unfair to a person. So now, in further incidents, after the end of the game, Nelson Mandela used to return home where his mother is to cook supper, and his father told him many stories, fables, and many stories about the warriors of his own community. And what was his community? Which community Nelson Mandela belonged to? Xhosa community. Xhosa community. And his father told him the tales and stories which were coming in their community from generations, and that tales and stories fascinated Nelson Mandela a lot, and it encouraged his childhood imagination to be active, and he learned lot of moral stories, or he learned lot of morals from those stories, and that shaped him up when he grew up. And one of the story that was told to him by his mother, that he recalls here. There was an old woman who reaches a traveler and requests the traveler for help, but the traveler turns his eyes away and goes from there, leaves the place. Then another man comes along, and the woman approaches him also. The woman asks him to clean her eyes, and her eyes were very much dirty. There were all mud and all these things in her eyes. Even though the man feels very bad and unpleasant to do this work, he helps the woman. And as he was doing that, suddenly, unexpectedly, miraculously, just like miracle, her scales fell down from her eyes, and she turns into a young and beautiful girl. So, the man was very happy to see her. Means that old woman turns into a young and beautiful girl. And that man marries that girl and became very rich. So what does this tale teach us? That whenever you are helping anybody, you get rewarded in a way that you cannot know. When you are generous and virtuous, you are always rewarded. Virtue and generosity will be rewarded in ways that one cannot know. So we should be always ready to help or needy. So here, this story with her message that we must be helpful because we must be rewarded should be remembered by all, and that was always with Nelson Mandela. Now in another para, Nelson Mandela says, like the other children of his community, he also obtained knowledge by observing. Observing, see and come to a conclusion and learn that. So, they were meant to learn through copying. Okay? They imitation means we are copying someone. And emulation. And there must be copying and there will be competition. Competing each other. They were not supposed to ask questions and learn through that. It was treated to be a symbol of a feature of undisciplined person. So, children in Nelson Mandela's community were not encouraged to ask questions. But you children know very well that as many questions you will ask, okay, many things you will learn. So, your knowledge expands when you ask questions. But Nelson Mandela was never encouraged to ask questions because it was prevalent tradition in his community. So one day, George Mbekla came to his mother and praises Nelson Mandela. Says that your son is a clever young fellow and opines that he should go to school. But Nelson Mandela's mother didn't reply that. Why do you know? Because in their community nobody attended school. It was not tradition. And that's why Nelson Mandela's mother was unprepared for Mbekla's suggestion that Nelson Mandela should go to school. But Nelson Mandela's mother did one thing. She communicated Mbekala's suggestion to Nelson Mandela's father when he came. And who himself never had got chance for education. So he understood the importance of education. And so he decided that he will not let his son remain like himself, uneducated. And his father decides to send him to school. Thank you, dear children. Next video we will proceed further. Bye bye.